Welcome to George's Workshop. Today we're going to be discussing my 1993 XJ40. It's a 3.2 litre engine and it's done less than 60,000 miles. I paid £3 for this on eBay and I want to find out if it's good, it's bad or it's damn right ugly. So generally speaking, these cars from a mechanical standpoint are very bulletproof. However, they can be prone to bits of rust forming around the arches, sometimes on the subframes, around the rears, and they can be a bit of a bugger to get the parts for nowadays. However, we won't really know the full extent until we take these off and get a good nose inside. So we've jacked the car up and we've had a look at these wings. To be honest, they're not solid enough to be restoring, so we're going to be taking the wings off. There's some bolts under the scuttle panel, all the way down, two behind the headlights, some in the wheel arches. Hopefully they'll come out easy. If not, they might need a bit of gentle persuasion. So Ash, we've got the wing off now and we can see it's not great under here, so what are we thinking on that?
So basically we're going to need a bit of metal work there, bit of welding there, bit of welding there. We found another little baby up here.
Yeah.
Nice patch there. I think the rest of it is pretty good.
I'm actually surprised at the state of the wings. I think they look better than I was anticipating.
Yeah, it's the outer, isn't it? So now we've taken it off, we can actually see the insides are pretty good.
The insides are solid. It's just like you said, where it's been tack welded here.
Yeah,
we've had to
just done half a job, so
we've had to be a bit brutish in getting it off like that.
Just to get it off, because somebody hasn't put it back on properly, basically.
Now, when I purchased this vehicle, I had to drive it back from Sheffield. Upon driving it, the steering wheel was completely to the left while the wheels were straight, leading me to believe that the alignment was out. I took it to my local garage, they sorted the alignment out, and henceforth the problem remained. So I took it to a Jaguar specialist next door, and they told me that the steering rack is prone to going on these vehicles because the bushes wear over the years. I've been in a full circle looking for the parts, I've been on all sorts of forums, searched the internet high and lo and behold, no one makes these bushes new anymore. So there's aftermarket parts which are available from David Manners, which I've now got. They're nylon mounting bushes. I can put the link in the description below. And there is one company, I believe, in the whole of the UK that does a reconditioning of the steering rack for the XJ40, and they are called Coventry Power Steering, recommended to me by our good friends at Black Cherry Jaguar. So this power steering rack will be going off to get reconditioned with the new nylon bushes, and hopefully that will sort our problem of the wonky steering wheel and have us driving good again. So that's going to conclude our episode for today in George's Workshop. What we've done today is we've stripped the XJ40 from the wings, the bumper, had a good look around and kind of sort of gauged where the rust is at on the vehicle. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it salvageable? It seems pretty good, to be honest. If I'm being brutally honest, there's work to be done, but I expected that. It's not as bad as it could have been, and it's probably better than I thought it would have been. So the steering rack is off. That's going to be sent off to Coventry Power Steering to be reconditioned. The rest of the vehicle will kind of sit here now and wait for that to come back. We can piece it back together. The wheels are next door being done. I've got the Aston Martin DB7 i6 Speedline wheels going on this. I've got a nice new set of Toyo tyres up there waiting to go on it as well. So this project will start to come back together quite nicely once the parts have come together. Again, I mentioned Black Cherry Jaguar earlier. I want to shout them out again. They're going to be supplying me both wings for this vehicle. It's near on impossible to find very clean wings for vehicles like this now, especially the XJ40. I've seen that you can do modifications with the X300s, later models, but it requires different mounting and custom work, and I would rather keep this as original as possible. The plan is for this to be my wedding car, actually. So while this is sort of sitting here waiting for parts to get done, this was supposed to go for its MOT today, and whilst it may look pretty, as with all old cars, there's niggling issues. It sounded a bit like it was choking, could have been old fuel, which is what we thought, so took it round to the petrol garage, gave it some Supreme fuel, and continued to give me issues. So Ashley has had a little look at it, and he thinks it might be to do with a throttle body. We're going to strip that next week, take that apart, have a little look at that. So gives us something to concentrate on while this one's waiting for parts to come back. Overall, a success in the workshop. Cheers guys, thanks for watching.